Hey everyone, I'm Ed and this is Muzz. Welcome to Swish Society. We're back for another episode with a nice new background. Look at that. No lighting in the middle, which was very special. We got a special comment about it. That it looked like yeah,
Yes.
illuminated sack. That was what the comment said. I tried not to say it,
But you
but
have
it came
to say
out.
it.
Yeah. So look, we've improved here, and we're going to talk about basketball. That's what we do best.
It's what we know least about.
Okay, so
According to how our predictions of who is going to win the league so
Yeah.
far,
I know
we know absolutely nothing about basketball.
it's just all excitement for me, just to see the Suns big three. The Clippers big four. I was so excited about them doing something
The Bucks.
instantly. The Bucks, they're
What-
not doing great. Where are the Bucks coming on?
What
on the
happened in the Eastern Conference? They're
Mm.
like 8th. I think the Suns are 9th
Yeah,
in the West.
I expected way more from the Bucks.
They were our number one. No, I'll call it
Bucks
Denver.
and Celtics.
I
Bucks
did-
was like
I
number
actually
one
did
on
call
our list.
Denver as
Okay,
going
yeah.
back to back.
Yeah.
I believe, but
Mm,
I did have Bucks as a close second.
Mm.
So my close second is tanking so far. Okay, warranted. We're 9 games in. We're at 10% of the games so far.
Mm.
The
I
G-
think
the
most
GST
people had the
component.
Bucks really high, and then they're not showing up.
What's happening? You think?
It's got to be chemistry. They gotta work out Dame Lillard and Giannis. They got to work out each other's role, like who's going to take over when, and how they're going to share the ball. The Mavs didn't do that great with Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic last season.
Yeah.
But they seem to be working it out this season because they just both got over 30 points in a win today.
So what? You think the Suns are still in transitional stage?
Suns, look, it's KD's played most of the games. Beal only just came back for his first game, but they lost today against the Thunder. Beal got about 24 points.
Right.
But where's Booker? Booker hasn't been playing the he's only played like 2 or 3 games this season so far. Then he was out. So they really haven't had anything cohesive going with this so-called big three. Where's the big three? There's no big three.
Hey.
So we haven't seen their full impact. They're basically the Suns bench have proven that they're really not up to scratch.
Again, we're talking early days, right?
Mm.
We're 10% into a 82 game season. We've got this in-season tournament that's also just kicked off.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't know what that's going to affect.
It's funny because Bones Highland was interviewed about it, and he said they asked him what he thinks about the in-season tournament. He said, "I have no idea what's going on." A lot of him and Dame Lillard was also interviewed about it. He had no idea what was going on either.
Let's be honest; it's just a revenue-making thing. The league's just trying to make more money from more TV rights. I mean,
TV rights.
Similar.
Yeah.
I think they've got the same tournament in the WNBA, so I think that's probably where they got the idea from.
Oh, right.
So that's where it's kicked off, but it's just a money-making thing.
I think they're trying to build more excitement, like towards the start of the year, like how it is.
I don't know, man. It's like the FA Cup.
It's going to be a long season
in football.
Well, that's what they're trying to incorporate. What they've done in football,
Like, who cares about it?
in soccer. Yeah,
I
I know. Well, at the end of the day,
You know what? Actually, right. Arsenal fans, because they don't have any Champions League trophies, so they collect FA Cup trophies.
that's producer Ben's favorite team, by the way.
The old laminated certificate trophy.
Oh,
The participation trophy, they call it, I think. Yeah. So I think that the in-season tournament is just another FA Cup.
it is. Well, they're gonna. Okay, it's gonna be the NBA Cup they're playing for. They're gonna.
Rubbish.
Each player will get a $500,000 for the winners of the in-season tournament. They each get $5,000, $500,000. Sorry, that's a bit of an incentive for them to. It's a bit of an incentive for them to effort into.
How many years do we have to work to get 500 grand? Ed? I reckon around 20 years for me, at least 30 maybe.
Me?
Yeah,
lot longer. Way longer than that.
How about producer Ben?
Producer Ben? Well,
2 years.
This isn't making me any money.
Oh, wow.
We'll see how this goes. I got a lot of hope for
This
us.
is not making us any money, producer man. We're in this together.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So, look, going back to what we were
Yeah.
talking about, I mean, I picked the Nuggets as going back to back. They're looking the goods at the moment. Philly's surprising me. Like, Philly is, 8-1 at the moment?
Best record in the league.
They're on
at the
an
moment.
8-game winning streak. Mate, didn't see that coming. I'll be honest.
No.
I didn't call that at all.
No,
I
not at
didn't
all.
even have Philly in my top 5 teams to win a chip.
Neither did I.
They probably still won't. But with what if we're going to base ourselves in the first 10 games, they're looking the goods, eh?
But look how they're going without Harden. Like, they never needed Harden.
No one even needs Harden.
With Harden, they made the playoffs, and Embiid got MVP.
Sorry, which team needs Harden at the moment?
No, with Philly last season.
Okay.
But their defensive rating was probably the lowest, one of the lowest in the league. Yeah. But this season, they're one of the top teams defensively without Harden. And now the Clippers with Harden, they're one of the worst in the league defensively.
Look, we can't expect much.
What's he doing? Like,
yeah, but what's he been there?
All he does to do is hog the ball and score. He made that clear. That's what he wanted to do when he was almost going to be signed by Houston Rockets for this season.
Yeah,
he told the front office, "Oh, I want to get back to my scoring champion days," and they refused to sign him up.
I said, "Okay, no worries. Enjoy your time with the Clippers."
Yeah, exactly. Well, they didn't have that in their plans for the future.
Yeah.
So he's got his own. And then he's in the interview when he came into the Clippers saying, "I'm not part of a system. I am a system." Did you see that one? James Harden saying, "I am a system," and they're 0-4.
James Harden's a system
already with him. The Clippers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's a system, all right.
Yeah, it's a
horrible system. That's
derailed system. Derailed.
Yeah. Now look,
there's too many guys in the Clippers that want to handle that. Are so used to having the ball in their hands. There's this four. It's a big four.
Mate, where are you going to get the ball off Westbrook?
Exactly.
When's that going to happen?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, that's another guy that if he doesn't have the ball in his hand, what's he doing? Why have you got him on the floor if he doesn't have the ball in his hand?
Yeah. Look, one of them will have to go on the bench, like you'd think, but I don't know if their egos will even allow them to want to come off the bench.
What's their rating at the moment? 3-6 at the moment.
Now who?
The Clippers. 3 wins, 6 losses.
Yeah.
Trash.
They've lost the last 4 since Harden joined the team.
Fantastic.
They haven't won a game with Harden. They lost today.
No, 5. So they've lost 5 in a row then. They're on a 5-game losing streak.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
I know.
The Celtics. Remember we spoke about the Celtics?
Yeah, Celtics are doing really good.
They're looking good too, man.
They're looking great. Yeah.
Remember when you trashed Jason Tatum?
I did.
You trashed him for like 2 minutes and then you said you loved him? Who's your favourite child? Don't answer that.
Look, he's really talented. And Jaylen Brown he's also come good the last few games. Like he got off to a slow start, but together they're a force to be reckoned with. And Porzingis has complemented him really well, and he's scoring a lot of points. He's getting rebounds. He's defending well. Yeah. It's all you can ask for. But Drew Holiday, everyone thought what a hole in the team it would have been without who's the guy they got rid of?
Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart. Without Marcus Smart, we know how good defensively he was, but Drew has just exceeded everyone's expectations.
Yeah, so. And what do you think about the Warriors? They're on a 3-game losing streak.
Yeah. Look,
it's been odd, eh? It's actually been an odd start to the season.
I still believe that Chris Paul shouldn't even be in that team. I don't know if he should even be playing because he's doing nothing. They interviewed him saying, "Oh, he's happy. He's privileged to be in a team where he doesn't have to score as many points, but they're gonna win anyway." He said, "Oh, I'm privileged with that." I'm like, yeah.
What does that mean? What kind of a player would sit on the bench?
He's like he's settled down. He's not scoring. He's missing shots, a lot of shots. It's like he's just trying to get his assists.
Can you imagine Jordan saying that he was
That's
happy
it.
to sit on the bench
Yeah, I
at the
know.
age of 40?
Yeah. No.
Could you imagine that?
Oh, look, I imagine
The go.
Chris. Look, I imagine Chris Paul has been trying so hard to keep on to his starting spot for how many seasons he's been in the league. But
He's just chip chasing, let's be honest.
he's just trying to get an easy way for a championship.
Yeah.
He really is. So
That's what
and he's
we're doing.
doing nothing off the bench. He's doing nothing. So
Yeah,
they basically have no help, and he slows the team down so much.
yeah.
They're all about the fast break, you know.
So what do you reckon we've learnt from these first 10 games, Ed? Have you learned anything?
I think
Have you changed your opinion of anything in the first 10 games? I know it's early days, so that's a massive call.
I know.
But have you changed your opinion on the Suns?
Well, I've changed my opinion on the Suns. They're just getting injured too much. This big three. I don't know if we'll ever see them play together all season.
I told you, I
If they
told
do,
you.
then maybe there'll be a
Forward
force.
no injury prone.
I know. But I got so excited just to see such forces, you know, offensively. Beal, Booker, and Durant. Well, they barely played together at all this season. So how sustainable are they? I'm not sure.
So you're still holding on to your Suns as winning the chip, or have you jumped ship, Ed?
I'm gonna play it safe and stay with the Nuggets.
Oh,
I'm playing it safe.
what a
I'm
cat!
playing it safe.
I called the Nuggets, man. That's my
I
back-to-back
made
call.
some big calls. And the Clippers getting together, I was so excited. I thought this is the best. I started looking at all the accolades. I'm like, they're gonna. But I'm not thinking they're.
I think they're going to come
older
out
as
of a
well.
bit of a slump, but I think they'll have a decent run.
Look, if they work it out,
They'll make playoffs. You don't reckon they'll make playoffs?
Hopefully,
In their current state, probably.
currently,
If you look at their current stats, you probably think no. But I reckon they'll make.
They might
the
come
playoffs.
good. They might come good. No,
Yeah.
but it's early days, but we'll
Yeah,
see
man.
what happens.
But
We'll
you
see what
got
happens.
teams like Indiana, Pacers,
Yeah, Halliburton. How
Yeah,
great
man.
is he? And
Man,
the
Pa-
Timberwolves as
yeah,
well.
Bro, Timberwolves.
Anthony Edwards is. They
Yeah,
reckon
man,
he's going to be the next Jordan. I've seen in an
Yeah,
interview.
I heard.
You know what I mean? Well, you can't really compare to Jordan, but when you look at it,
Nobody compares to Jordan.
I looked at his highlight stats against the Warriors today, and he was just running circles around Curry. Curry couldn't defend him. Like they couldn't find answers for him.
You don't think anyone should have like the word Jordan in a sentence to link them, do you?
Unless you're
Who?
the actual GOAT.
Who's that?
LeBron, of course.
Did have the
How could you? What do you mean? Who's that?
LeBron and Jordan don't belong in the same sentence?
They sure do.
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
they sure do.
No, they do not. No, they do not. But
We'll sort
I
this.
did
We'll
read
sort
the
this.
article that they called him
Yeah,
the
Anthony Edwards. Yeah,
the next Jordan.
I know it's a big call.
That's a humongous call. I think that's an unreachable goal. You know that?
I haven't seen anyone call anyone the next Jordan since LeBron. To be honest, who else?
I think LeBron said that because he wanted to be Jordan. I think he called himself that.
The media hyped him up so much, and look, and he's an all-time great. He's one of the. He's probably.
I mean, he took the same number because he thought he was similar. So we'll give him that. At least he wears number 23, right? Mhm.
He's the only 23 that matters. He's the only 23 that matters.
And there's the dumb quote of the day, everybody.
I'm sticking with
The
LeBron.
only 23.
King James.
Yeah.
He's the king.
You know why? That's why Miami Heat retired number 23 for LeBron James, because it's the only 23 that mattered. So when LeBron left Miami, that's why they retired number 23 for LeBron James.
Well, wait till you see when he retires. He's going to retire number 23 for the Lakers. It's going to be LeBron James. He's going to have two numbers, number 23, number 6. Just like Kobe. He's meeting all the
Just like Kobe.
Kobe's the only one that's had 2 jerseys. Retired.
Yeah.
2 numbers.
I think the Bulls should retire number 45. Because didn't Valentine use that number? The one he plays for the Kings now?
I know, Sydney Kings.
Big accolade.
I can't look.
Oh, Denzel.
I can't stand watching Denzel Washington.
Valentine?
Denzel Valentine
Yeah,
play.
I can't stand Denzel Washington either. He's a horrible actor, Ed.
Equalizer. He's an equalizer.
You can't stand watching him. Valentine? Why is that?
I don't know, because he's come to
To the
he's
Kings?
Sydney Kings, and he's he never made it in the NBA. You know, he was on the bench the whole time. You know what I mean?
He had
And then it's like,
couple
okay,
of half-decent seasons.
okay, yeah, no, he didn't.
No standouts, but
No standouts at all. So all I see whenever I see Denzel Valentine on the highlights for the Kings, he tries and does fancy moves and all this. It's like
no good.
try to do a lot of ISO moves, and it just doesn't suit our league. Like it's all about passing and finding the open spots, and then, you know, unless you're Jalen Adams, right? Jalen Adams for Sydney Kings, so he's great. Bryce Cotton,
yeah.
You know, all these American players that are playing in the Australian league.
Branched out.
Denzel Valentine, he just doesn't seem that great, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Early days.
Early days? Oh,
I think
Kings aren't doing that great.
No,
anyway.
they're not actually.
Anyway.
No Sydney teams are doing great. In the A-League, Sydney FC, they got their first win out of 4 games.
Okay.
I just realised this is an NBA podcast. Way to go, Muzz. Yeah, but anyway, so a lot of Sydney teams are struggling at the moment.
Yeah. Okay.
Back to the NBA, Ed.
Back to the NBA. Denzel Valentine.
So Denzel,
he couldn't
come back to the Bulls. That number 45 is waiting for you.
The bench is waiting for you. The bench is waiting for you in the NBA.
Not even. Not even. Somebody needs to cut the oranges. So, anyway.
Americans aren't going to get the orange check, are they?
What?
Do they cut oranges?
Do they cut oranges?
Americans they got oranges in the US, producer Ben. And yes, they do cut them in half. People do have oranges at halftime in the US. Ed?
You just called him Ed.
Oh.
I'm insulted.
That was pretty harsh.
I'm insulted.
I have to apologise. Ed, Ben. Same.
I'm not a focus puller.
Sorry, man. Write that down when we have our therapy session.
I'm not a eliminated sack presenter.
Wow.
I'm not these things.
Wow. So someone will make fun of our cactuses somehow, and then the cactuses look like bosoms. There you go.
Yes. Yeah. So look, the NBA. Look, that's how we're looking at the moment.
So you've tanked in your team prediction. That's at the end of the day.
I'm sticking with the Nuggets. Look, I'll Jokic is in my
sticking with the
top 5 teams.
Hang on. Don't say
top 5 all-time players.
Sticking with the Nuggets as if that was your initial call. You never made that.
Nikola Jokic was in my team.
Oh,
he was my center.
Goodness, this guy.
He was my center.
Team hopping.
If only it was recorded. If only there was
I reckon if only you could go back and see who you actually picked as the team to win the chip.
Look, I've been let down. It's not my fault. It's the players. It's the players and the team's fault.
Mate, I've seen who your friends
Why
are.
should I support it?
A lot.
Why should I support a sinking ship?
Oh, wow.
Why should I support a sinking ship?
If the Suns come back and win that chip, Ed's going to get one of those big slaps on the back of the neck. 10 games in, why should I support a sinking ship?
Oh, look, I bought a Suns shirt.
Were you like...
I bought a Suns t-shirt, and I guess I'm still hanging in there a little bit.
So, did you think like that when...
probably a Man United.
Oh, 100%. Did you support Man United, Ed?
Nah,
who's your Premier League team?
Bournemouth. I support Bournemouth.
It all makes sense now.
I also team hopped recently to the Spurs. Yeah.
Why? I wonder why.
Like a real...
Nothing to do with Ange.
Of course, the coach. He's Australian, and I'm proud of him. And plus, they're winning, and it makes me feel like a winner. I feel like a winner when I'm with a winner.
I mean, they've won so much in the first 11 games of the season. They've done real good. Oh my goodness! Well, you've surprised me today.
You're getting distracted.
I know. Like we
NBA. Look,
this is the ADHD podcast 101 with Ed and Mars. For all your ADHD needs, come and speak to the boys. Wow,
that's what it's all about.
ADHD. All right.
Losing focus.
Well, I'll bring you back. I want to talk to Victor.
Yes.
What do you think of Victor so
Wemby?
far?
He's great.
Yeah, he's killing it.
He's amazing.
Isn't he killing it?
Like he did. Who was he defending him in the game today? Who did they play today? They played the Spurs. Spurs, but played the Heat. So
Oh, yeah.
Adebayo is defending him.
Yeah.
And he does this fadeaway. He jumps in the air and he just looks towers taller than Adebayo,
He's a gun.
who is an undersized center, really. But he made this fadeaway and just swished it. Oh, it just looks so beautiful, graceful.
Yeah.
But that's the looks. But what
you
he's
know,
doing
the rest of his team sucks.
Oh, not too bad. They're not too bad.
They've won 3 games. They've lost 7.
Oh.
They suck it.
Serhan's great defensively.
They're coming third last in their conference. You know who's the only teams that are worse than them? I think are Utah. And who's the other team? Utah,
Grizzlies.
the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
So they're doing horribly. But Wemby's looking good.
Wemby's looking great. Yeah, I'm all for. I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan.
Hands down, so far, rookie of the year.
Yeah, rookie of the year. It wouldn't surprise me if
Chet.
if
What's
he's
happening to you,
if he's
Chet?
an all-star. He'll probably be an all-star. Chet, how did Chet do today?
Chet by name.
And the is this today?
What? What's today? You're talking about the scores of today, Ed?
Yeah, today's scores.
Today's scores were pretty tragic, actually.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Some of the big teams lost today. Yeah, the Timberwolves beat I've got it right here. Timberwolves beat the Warriors. You got the Knicks flogging the Hornets. So
Thunder.
The Hornets are doing nothing, man.
Thunder beat the Suns.
The Nets beat the Wizards. No, not a hard task. The Grizzlies beat the Clippers.
Yeah, I know. Shocking. Grizzlies are one of the worst teams in the league at the moment.
The Grizzlies beat the Clippers.
Mm.
Wow.
Hey, what are you talking about, Chet? He got 18 points today.
Yeah, he's rubbish.
He got 18 points.
Yeah.
6 rebounds, 4 assists.
Yeah, he won't get
3 3-pointers.
He won't get rookie of the year.
No, he won't beat Wemby.
I think
Wemby's just too.
From what I've seen,
He's so impactful.
Yeah.
He's the
100%.
go-to man.
He's got everything.
Yeah.
He's just got an all-round game. Yeah,
I just hope he doesn't get injured. That's the only thing. You know, the league are going to find ways to try and contain him.
Yeah.
The only other avenue they can go against Wemby is to be more rough with him.
He's too big.
Yeah.
I think they can go. I think they can go as rough as they want. The refs are calling everything. You know, it's the league that you like. I think it's called the Powder Puff League, where the refs call everything.
Well, now they're giving technicals for people flopping. If they see someone attempting to flop, they give technicals now.
Yeah. Okay.
They're making a stance against it. Like, it's been terrible. I don't know what's the mindset of all these players. Like they have to be really animated whenever they get touched.
What's left?
Try to produce a foul. It looks so fake. But the refs just give it anyway. They're so soft.
Bring it back to the 90s, man.
Yeah.
90s basketball all the way. Can you imagine this era of basketball players playing in the 90s era of basketball? With people like Xavier McDaniel defending him? Hey? Imagine
He played
that.
for the Supersonics.
The Knicks as well.
Oh, okay. No.
Remember him at the Knicks?
No.
Xavier McDaniel? No. You don't remember him? He's a beast. Look him up one day, Ed.
I shall.
Okay.
I will.
Well, that's where we're at so far, man. So 10 games in, and you're wrong.
I was wrong. The Suns haven't done well at all.
And he's jump ship.
I expected
10
much
games
more.
in.
I'm still hanging in there with
Like
the Suns.
those little rats, as soon as the ship starts sinking, they start...
I'm hanging in there with the
take
Suns.
off.
I bought a shirt.
The rat.
I bought a shirt, so I feel obligated to support the Suns somewhat
Because you bought a shirt.
because I bought a shirt.
But speaking of shirts, I like your shirt, Ed.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm a beacon of joy.
Mm.
That's very inspiring.
Thanks.
Did you gift yourself that, or was it gifted to you?
I bought it for myself because I wasn't feeling like very joyful at the time.
Oh.
I thought I'd buy it and
Is it so that you could promote something that you're wearing? You didn't want to be a sad sack and wear a shirt that said, "I'm a beacon of joy."
I didn't feel joyful at all when I bought it, and I wore it, and then
Yeah, but did you wear it so that you could change?
and I started taking some selfies, and I'm like, my face was just not smiling at all, and I thought it was just a funny contrast.
All right, that's pretty good.
It amused me. It amused me.
This is
It amused me.
oh okay. But did you develop?
Is it abstract as the wall behind this?
Did you develop some sort of joy?
Since
After
then,
that,
yes,
yeah.
since then.
So
Yeah.
the shirt has worked.
And I'm joyful right now being with you.
Oh. That's beautiful, eh?
Talking about the game I love.
Ah,
It brings me joy.
I reckon. Tell you what, we got producer Ben. He knows nothing about basketball. It's always helpful. But he knows a lot about losing with Arsenal. A hell of a lot. But one day you might see us in a Premier League podcast and we'll talk about the year that Arsenal choked.
In the 30 years Liverpool waited for a Premier League.
This, you know what? I know this is an NBA podcast. I need to address this. You know what? The elephant in the room.
What is it?
Ben has attacked me for 30 years of Liverpool not winning a trophy. What? When I asked Ben, the stat man, how many trophies Liverpool have in comparison to Arsenal?
What's the comparison?
Oh,
What's the comparison?
you know what? That's what I would say if I knew that my team is not even in the same league of trophies. Do you know what a Champions League trophy is?
What is it?
The Champions League is, for example, imagine an all-star of teams, like the best teams in the world, all the world, combined together in one competition. That's called the Champions League, right? To win that, it's like you're not only the best team in your country, but you're the best team in the world. It's not an easy task, right? You think that was a hard task. So you'd be upset if your team didn't get one, but you'd understand that there's big teams like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, big clubs like that that you think would beat you, right? So you understand that only great teams would win this Champions League, yeah?
Okay.
So Liverpool's won 6 of them. Why don't you ask producer Ben how many Arsenal has won? Have a guess. You know what? I'll let you have a guess.
I'll have a guess. 0.
You nailed it. You are a beacon of
I'm
joy, Ed.
I can feel it. Sense this is going in that direction. That's just horrible. That's just
It's tough to be.
How can you compare?
It's tough to be a Liverpool fan.
When was the last time
amongst these chokers?
Liverpool won a championship?
2019, actually, Ed.
Recent?
Yeah. We won the league and we won the Champions League. And we beat a little team that you might appreciate called the Spurs in the Champions League. Yeah, that team.
They weren't my team then, so
okay.
I didn't support them then.
I see how it is. That wasn't a Spurs fan when they lost the
I
Champions
was a
League.
Bournemouth fan. Die hard Bournemouth.
Oh, wow.
It's the most Champions League I've ever watched in my life.
Well, at least you got to watch one. You didn't watch one without any Arsenal games as a team, did it? Just be grateful that Liverpool and Spurs gave you something to watch. That it wasn't a Real Madrid, a Barcelona Champions League win. So, anyway.
What's the point of this?
You know, the point is...
Cut this bit.
No, we don't have to cut this
What's
bit.
the point of
I know
this?
this is an NBA podcast, but we're lovers.
Bring it around.
We're lovers of all sports, aren't we, Ed?
Yeah,
The new
You know,
Boston.
absolutely.
The new Boston.
You know, the swish it doesn't necessarily only have to mean when you hit a beautiful basket. It could be the sound of Mohamed Salah scoring a goal against Arsenal. Swish, swish, swish. Couldn't it?
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
There's a net.
There's a net.
There's a net involved.
There's a net involved.
The ball hits the net, makes a special sound.
Has to cross the line.
What about netball?
I don't know. You don't know.
Does that count? There's a net. There's a net.
Leave it in the comments.
Wow.
There's a net. There is a net.
I think we're done with this episode.
Let's get Well, Ed, I think the time has come to call this episode until I reckon we should do another recap. The next 10 games in, and see which team you're going to jump ship on.
That's the most intelligent thing you've said tonight.
I don't usually say intelligent things, man. So
I'm sticking with the Suns.
I'll take that.
I'm sticking with the Suns.
What?
I'm sticking with the Suns.
No, he's sticking with the Suns. A second ago, he jumped to the Nuggets, not my team that I'd picked, and now you're back to the Suns.
No, Nuggets first, but the Suns are still up there. Nuggets number 1. Nuggets are going to win the chip. That's my choice.
Bro, you can only pick one team,
Nuggets.
man.
Celtics, Suns.
Oh my goodness.
Nuggets, Celtics, Suns. Bucks, no. They were up there earlier in the season. No.
Okay. Let's see.
Mavericks.
Well, let's see in 10 games' time who Ed decides to change to, which team he decides to change to. So thank you for inspiring us to continue on. There's 17 people that still watch us. We need 1,000 only.
So we can start.
Wow.
Make that change.
Make the
Make
change.
that change.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining in and having a bit of a laugh with these two space cadets, Ed and producer Ben.
Bye-bye.
Peace.